we're gonna get out of the little heart of Cook City here and head back up north further out to Round Lake, find some stuff and poke around up in there.
Greetings, Flatlanders. We're back out in Cook City once again. I promise you, we do go other places, but for some circumstances of snow, we had to come back up here. You know what, we're hearing that's a little bit trampled and that it's been chewed up a bit. And when you don't have the powder, you go find some views. Who knows what the day's gonna turn into, but we're gonna show you right here, right now on Flatlanders.
Well, the reason I like side hilling is it's a nice way to polish your skills. Some days you're negotiating some steep terrain through the trees and stuff, and you really need to know how to handle that machine when it's on its side, on its edge. When you got a big, nice open hill that's virgin and just filled with a few trees here and there and some rocks that you can see, it's nice to pick your lines and kind of work on your moves and see how the sled reacts. You know, distribute your weight different ways, move forward, see how it reacts, and jump on the back a little bit and see how the track bites down. Get off the gas a little bit, slow down, hit the brake, and kind of work on keeping control of your sled while you're moving slow. And then when you're in the trees and you need it to negotiate that terrain, you're confident in your skills.
Side hilling for me it's a ball doing it. You know, there's a lot of different ways of side hilling. You see people do different things, whether they're doing powder curves downhill or side hilling or sawing across, people call it. You know, you can go real slow and just barely get your work across. You see guys that are going full bore, hog wild. To me, I like being in control, like Jacob talked about. On and off the throttle, go as slow as you want. You're making yourself learn to be able to do them things. So when you get out in the trees and you get caught in a position, you have to turn around, you have to side hill. You can't get stuck. If you get stuck, you're gonna be there for hours digging out. You got one chance. And that one chance, you better be good at it.
I've progressed as far as, you know, just by practicing, you know, learning things, learning techniques, foot placement on the snowmobile, the counter steer, the snowmobile, and body placement and body weight. You know, right? You know, getting it's hard to fathom having only one foot on the running board and being the wrong foot, what they call wrong foot forward, and that your other foot hanging out over the edge. But the steeper the hill, the more you have to do that, and it's all in balance.
Sometimes even when you're shooting video, you need to help a buddy, and I've been to the hill climbs and I've seen the hill help do it, and don't know how we quite got this done, but I just turned the camera back on, caught Jacob wipe out, and I'll kind of show you the video. You don't see nothing, just a bunch of shaking and probably some noise. Well, no one caught it, but I caught his sled, tackled it, got it stopped right here on the hill, and took a few shots and cuts and bleeding all over here, but we stopped his sled. He didn't end up against a tree or anything like that. So all's fair. I don't think any stitches are needed, so it's still a good day on the mountain right here on Flatlanders.
Nothing like riding in Cook City, Montana. Sure glad I'm feeling better this week.
Well, part of the reason I fell in love with snowmobiling is getting to spend time with my old man, and it was a little different being out there without him. We kind of developed a little core crew of Flatlanders hardcore guys here that we like to get out and adventure on our own and do boondocking, and it's kind of like having a missing link in the chain. You're always looking for somebody and over your shoulder, and you know, think they might be in a spot and need your help, or you're in a spot and need their help, and you know, you got to learn to work without them a little bit, but it's difficult sometimes. Well, it's always a search for virgin territory. You want to go where no one else has been. You want to explore something new. It's not always about powder and deep snow. It's about finding that spot that no one else has been and seeing what's out there to snowmobile on, what kind of terrain to negotiate.
It had been, I think, 2 years ago, or maybe it was last year, we rode over in Island Park. And there's an area in there where Rick and Jacob like to go, along with John. Took us to an area, and it was, you had to do a lot of side hilling to get up into this area. And once we got up in there, it was awesome. But it's instances like that where you want to learn how to side hill. So if you get yourself into a situation where the only way to get through an area is to side hill, you have that skill and you have that confidence that you can do it. You know, when you can side hill on a nice open hill, it's just fun too. It's a hoot to do. So I really like, you know, doing it, you know, and improving my skill is the biggest thing.
And because you get stuck, you can't give up. I know you're out of breath, sit down the hill, catch your breath, go back up, try it again. Watch somebody else. That's the way we learn. We had some of the best riders that do backcountry show us and teach us some of the stuff. And it's because of them guys that we are at the level that we're at now. And I do want to thank them guys for getting us that level. I do enjoy bringing out new people to try to get to that level. We get guys come out sometimes that it's their first time out that can side hill better than we can almost.
Reverse sometimes works, but it don't always get you out here at Cook City.
It just depends. You got to put yourself to that limit. That's the only way you can get to it. And side hilling is to me one of the funnest things you can do.